Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you.
Hello everyone and welcome back to CorasTruth, where this is a safe place to accept your truth to change your future, and happy Sunday. We are here today with William, Chris. We're going to give you just one name so everybody will know you. So we're going to call you Chris is what I call you. So we're here today with Chris and we're going to talk about our
first day, well, our marriage day.
wedding day.
Marriage day, wedding day.
Okay. So, if you're wanting to get married, getting ready to get married, we just want to discuss that day, what ours look like, kind of get you prepared, and just for those that are married, to help you go back and rethink about your wedding day, why you got married. Hopefully to rekindle some things, get you back on track in your marriage. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So we got married April 14th of 2018, and that was a very special day. We had a lot going on that day. It wasn't a bad day at all. I just wish that I would have took more time to just enjoy the day instead of the logistics of the day. I did have a wedding planner. She was there to help us get everything organized, and she did a very good job, to my opinion. One thing we did was start on time. I told everybody, if you're not there, we will start. And I think we started at 1 o'clock. So it was a very eventful day. And one thing I didn't really prepare myself for was, we get so caught up in the wedding that we don't prepare for the marriage. The marriage starts before the wedding, to be honest with you. It's conversations that need to be had. We need to be talking about communication, finances, household things, life insurance, all that stuff. Because when you get married, that's stuff that you're going to have to deal with, and you want to have a heads up on it. That's some of the stuff that we didn't talk about, and it's not until now that we're starting to, like, okay, we're getting older, we need to discuss these things. Some things we agree on, some things we do not agree on. This thing right here is getting on my nerves. But the wedding day,
It was very memorable. Family, friends, people you didn't expect, but yeah, for the most part, like my wife was saying, pretty much getting over the hurdles of the things to learn about each other before you get married is key. The marriage does start before that one day, but for that one day starts a new day for the rest of your life. That changes a lot of things for you. So a lot of times you don't understand, and you don't really think about some of the aspects of asking certain questions, or getting to know people, or getting to know a person, I should say, because certain things may arise. You're thinking about this, you're thinking about that. You're like, oh man, I forgot to ask you this before I got married. Do you do this before you get married? Then it's just certain things, and then you're like, hey, it's a time to don't panic, relax, and look at it as a new day instead of a day. So a lot of times when we look at it as a day, we just let everything get in front of us that we don't normally do. I know for me, I was still to the point, even when I got married, it was like, I'm getting married. Today I'm getting married. And it still didn't catch me until, like when you're having a newborn baby for the first time, it's like it still hasn't dawned on you like, hey, I got a baby at home. So, you know what I'm saying? So when you're married, it's like, hey, I got a wife at home. You then, once you have enough time to sit back and think about it, like, wow, I have other responsibilities besides myself. I'm worried about the kids. I'm worried about providing. I'm worried about life lessons, life issues. Just a lot of things that are jumping in front of that before you really be like, dang, I'm about to say I do to a woman that I chose to be with for the rest of my life, or whoever you choose to be with for the rest of your life. And it's just like, I'm settling down. It's a new journey, but it's a journey well worth the wait for that person and everything like that. For me, for that day was very exciting, overwhelming, emotional, just a lot of emotions into that one day. So it kind of really pulled me together. When I had my first son, it pulled me together to be like, hey, I have more responsibilities now. I have more I do's, I don'ts, I wills, I won'ts, and a lot of those things in front of me now. So it's a part of me to step up again to be a better man than I'm already being. So a lot of times I think about, it's just not for me anymore. I have a wife at home, I have kids at home, and it's like I have to do for them. A lot of times before I sit back and I look at myself and I be like, wow, I got to do this. I can't buy these shoes these weeks. I got to make sure the bills is paid. So I have more responsibilities in thinking of my family. So, that wedding day really pulled me together as far as being more of a family man, being the better man I could be, and to really just be more than who I am now in Christ.
So on our wedding day, was there anything that you didn't like, or something that happened that it upset you? Just anything throughout the wedding?
No, because actually everything to me was perfect, because for one, it was just like, okay, I was nervous, you know what I'm saying, because it was like I'm meeting family members that I haven't met, and first impressions are the most worst ones sometimes. So you like, oh, I gotta impress this person, or that's my uncle right there, don't mess with him, or that's my auntie, you know what I'm saying, or it was my mom and my dad over there. So you gotta look at it like, oh Lord, I don't know what they really think about me, but I know they think something. So it's just like, okay, let me calm myself down and just be who I was. Me personally, internally, I was so overjoyed and just so happy. Like, I was just really waiting on the honeymoon part of it. That's another story. But yeah, I was just really, really not the honeymoon part, but just more being with you, but not really just, being with you, but
But being with me.
Right.
Yeah. There was really nothing that I did not like about the wedding. Our wedding was a total blessing.
Yes.
It wasn't until up until a month that we even had the money. It was like the money that we had was exactly what we needed for the wedding. Friends stepped in. Family stepped in. Mm-hmm. They were doing things that we didn't even ask them to.
That we didn't even know.
Right. And it was just like, wow, it just all came together. Even the place that we had it at a hotel. Mm-hmm. And the hotel was just, the lady that was over the hotel, she had things going on. She got us a photo booth. We didn't even have to pay for that. She had wine served. It was just like, wow. Like,
open bar.
Mm-hmm. And it was just like, it was just amazing how it came together. And we were thinking maybe it wasn't going to be enough room. Right. It was more than enough room. People were dancing and just enjoying themselves. Right. It wasn't like...
And at the end of the day, you really didn't even know you were at a hotel until you stepped out of where you were at. So, and even through that, it was just still the part of, it was still a nice setup. and then you didn't have to go far from when you left from, having a ceremony and stuff like that. So if your room was right there, then boom, it was right there. So it was very accommodational for everyone to come, because my family was coming out of Durham. A little people came from Virginia. My aunt and my uncle came from Virginia. I think that's the farthest they came. I think most of your family came from Alabama, Pensacola. So, and then they was just right there. So everything, like I said, really worked out, and it was just a true blessing all the way through. I couldn't ask for a better day. If I was to do it over, I would want it to be like that day, but a little bit more my way that day. But it was still a good day. So,
what would you say your way? Cause
I would want everybody, even if they were close enough, to stay where they were at, so they wouldn't have to go too far, where they could enjoy themselves. They could stay, because I think the next day we all had a big breakfast, and everybody stayed at the same spot. Everybody stayed there. Not saying everybody couldn't stay there, but it would have just been better if everybody was to still stay there, still get to know each other more, especially families from each side. Just sit and mingle and talk, and just know each other from that point out. Spend a couple of days together just to get entwined, to know each other a little bit more. Not saying just because of that one day, but just so they can gain a relationship and stuff like that. So
I think what my family stayed at the hotel. It was supposed to be everybody was going to be at the hotel because we had over 20-something rooms booked, and everybody didn't, and it was okay. We did have,
because I think my uncle, he had reservations at another hotel because he wanted to stay close to my mother, which is her sister, so closer to her. So it was that. So.
But I would have rather,
understandable.
Everybody stay at the same hotel so that the family could mingle together. That was the whole point of us getting a hotel and having a ceremony there, so that everybody can mingle. Because the night before we didn't even have a run through for the ceremony.
We actually just did it off a walk, just like one walk, just boom.
We're gonna do this. It
right.
ain't no practice or nothing. But the family was there. We ate. We mingled, but it was just my family there that night. And then the next day, people mingled, and we walked around and talked to everybody. But I wish everybody would have, like he said, been at that one hotel so everybody can get to know each other, and we could have, mingled with everybody at one time. So that was it was okay, but it was still like, I wish this would have happened. Another thing, ladies, when you're getting ready, what I would suggest, this is just my own suggestion. When you're getting ready, I had a room set just for me to get ready. Me and my girls, my mom. I would suggest that no matter what, that day you have that room only for you all, whoever that you have assigned for that room. Don't have people coming through. I know people want to come through and wish you well, see you before you get down the aisle. No, I would suggest that you just have that room, because sometimes people don't mean to say things wrong, but sometimes you're thinking like you got so much going on in your mind. That's the one little thing you be like, I know she didn't, I know he didn't say that, like, and people were saying stuff, and I was like, you know what, let me calm down or whatever. So I would suggest that you leave that room so that you can mentally prepare, because you will feel so overwhelmed, and it's just so much drilling going through your body that you just need that mental before you walk down the aisle, before you get ready. You want to make sure everything's right. So I would suggest that you leave that room just for you and your girls, or your mom, whoever you're gonna have in that room. Just leave it for that day.
Us guys, we don't worry about that. Only thing I was worried about at the time was making sure one of my buttons didn't pop off and hit nobody. So, but that didn't happen, so it was good. I looked good in my suit, and
he looks very well. I was impressed.
I was impressed too when I seen that dress. I was crying because I thought I was like, she just dropped from heaven, Lord. Where did she get all those yams from? No, I didn't. No, I'm talking about the yams on the plate. Yams.
Oh, no, we didn't have yams at the wedding.
Oh, well, it was yams in the dress then.
You is crazy.
But she fed her dress good though. I'm telling you, if y'all had seen that dress, the
I'm gonna
dress
put.
was
I had
beautiful.
pictures in the beginning, so you should have seen them by now.
It was just beautiful. She was just so beautiful and gorgeous. Like I was just so. At the time, I was like I was out of my body. Like I had an out of body experience almost because it was like I had to step beside myself to see her standing there like, wow, she is beautiful. Like she done dropped like some pounds before we got married. I'm talking about everything was blickety blow, all in the right spots and stuff. I was just like, wow. Yeah, Tiger Woods. You know, I got the hat to go with the Tiger Woods. I was like, yes. But yeah, it was just a magical day. Like it was just very, very good. And the way she looked in her dress, everybody looked good. I'm talking about even her bridesmaids, my groomsmen, everybody. They worked together. Everybody was good. We didn't have no rehearsal, so it really wasn't like anything out of line. So just walk down the line and turn around when they turn around. You know what I'm saying? So it was it where it was. So it was a good day for me. It was just like I didn't worry about nothing else. I had a few drinks of wine before my auntie came and his drink this. Took him
I didn't
back.
know that.
Well, yeah, it was only 2. Yeah, that's why I said I do. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking.
Don't get punched on the end of this camera here.
No, I said I do because I knew what I was doing. So, but yeah, it was a very beautiful day, and I play that day in my head sometime when I'm just sitting by myself. I just think about sometime how we got married. You know, especially when it came to my vows. Like sometimes I sit back and I just recite my vows to myself because this is what I said I was gonna do for my family, and this is who I am gonna be to my wife. So it was just, oh man, it was just so beautiful. The music was good. My mama was out there dancing. I was dancing. Everybody was dancing. We just had a good time. We danced. She stepped on my toe, but we still danced. We had a good.
That.
Yeah. You had a drink, but it was good. It was very good. Oh no.
Go ahead.
Was there anything you would change? I mean, where you would want it to happen more than what we did?
I do. Okay, so my vows.
Oh, yeah.
So I wrote my vows when I was single. As a matter of fact, I was on my fast when I wrote my vows. And I still have those vows to this day.
She didn't bring them.
I forgot them and left them at home. I was so devastated. So I had to say what was on my mind. And I was so nervous because I was mad at the moment when we was getting ready to do our vows. And I was just like, I can't believe I wrote those vows and I left them at home. I've had these vows for over, I think it had been 2 years. Year and a half, 2 years.
That might have been a good thing because you might have been thinking about somebody. That's why you had wrote
No,
those
I
vows.
wasn't with anybody when I wrote those vows. So those vows was for the man that I was going to marry. It was nobody in my mind. It was just, I wasn't dating anybody. I wasn't seeing anybody. I just wrote it. And I left them at the house.
Yeah, I know.
So
marriage is not divorce is not an option. She said it like a campaigning speech. And divorce is not an option.
I did not say it like that.
Yes, you did. Go look at the tape. I was like, okay, yeah. And I was like, that's good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I still felt stupid standing up there because he had his on his phone and he was reading and everybody was like, oh. And when I came to me, it was like, that's all she had to say? I would change that.
Yeah.
I would change that.
But it was still
like, I can't believe I left them.
But you had a lot going on because I think you were still worried about, I think it was something you were worried about, but it wasn't major, but it was enough for you to forget that. Because I know you was worried about, well, you weren't really worried, but you was trying to get all your stuff together before you left the house. Mm-hmm. And I think I found the vows like a week later. We was cleaning up and I was like, oh, your vows right here. He was like, oh yeah, there they go. It's like
they don't matter now because
here I am. Here I stand.
So I would have changed that. I would have also changed. So we was having so much fun that we didn't even realize we didn't cut the cake. We had like 200 cupcakes. And it was like everybody was leaving. It was like, wait, everybody get some cake, get some cupcakes.
Right, yeah, because we wasn't going to take all that.
We ended up giving them to most of the staff that was at the hotel. We gave them a lot of food. Matter of fact, it was so much food.
And that's another thing too, because when we blessed with the caterer.
Yes.
And the food was bomb. Like, to this day, we cannot find that lady.
Cannot find her, but we had so many people ask us for a caterer. And I don't know what she is.
It's like, how did we even find her?
Through the lady at the hotel.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She gave me her information. I think we paid. It was like $1,100, and it was actually supposed to be more than $1,100. And she said, "Don't worry about servers. Don't worry about nothing. Just the food will be there."
Right.
And then she made sure we had like after we got married or whatever, everybody was getting ready to eat. She had some stuff out there so that we could eat while we wait for the food or whatever. Then they brought food in because we and the bridesmaids, the grooms, and all that was in a whole nother room, and they brought food in there for us while we were waiting.
I don't think we got no food.
No, but everybody else ate, but we didn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't until they started serving the food, but we didn't get the like snacks and stuff like that. But that's because we was talking to everybody.
Right.
But it was just like, wow, it was truly a blessing.
Everything was truly a blessing. And even the cost of it was still to this day, it's still like a mind-blowing thing, because I know like most people spend like 20, 30,000. I heard more, but
our wedding was under $5,000.
Under $5,000, and you would think it would probably have been like almost like 10,000, but
it probably was more than that because we still had people, that was doing stuff. My best friend. My mom, I didn't even pay for my dress. My mom.
Oh
paid
yeah,
for that.
yeah, right.
And matter of fact, remember we went to Davis Bridal in Montgomery, Alabama, because we went during Christmas.
Yep.
And
that year before, right? Yeah.
The lady that was helping me get dressed, she gifted me my jewelry, my headpiece, and I think my shoes. She was just like, "I'll pay for it for you," and I was like, "What?"
Wow.
So we had.
Yeah, that's right. She did do that. Yeah.
Yep. And in our room, for us to stay in there, we didn't even pay for that. The lady said, "Don't worry about it. The room's on us."
Oh, wow.
So it was a lot of stuff we didn't even pay for.
It was truly a blessing. I didn't pay for my haircut either. I did. I got kind of get married. That was a good thing.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Speaking of haircut, remember the girl that I had scheduled her to come do my hair at the hotel. I'm calling the girl that morning. She not answering her phone. The girl never showed up, y'all.
Oh yeah, that was one thing. Yeah.
Never showed up. But my bestie Jasmine.
She did the thing.
Yes, she did, honey.
Shout out to Jazz Bradley.
Yes, Jazz said me, her, and my other best friend Ebony.
I'm sorry, Ebony. You too. Shout out to you too.
They did that thing. We got up that morning.
That what made it look so good. I was singing that hell to the side. We took pictures. I had a tear in my eye.
Well, we got up that morning and we was calling the girl. Jazz was like, "Let's just go to the hair store." I was like, "No, Jazz, hold on." Jazz said, "Let's go to the hair store." We got in the car.
Did you ever talk to her after that?
No, and she ain't never do my hair again because you ain't show up to my wedding. What I need to talk to you anymore for?
But have you never ran back?
Never.
That's a good thing.
Ever. That's the same girl that did my hair for the prom we went to.
Oh yeah, you should have left her at the prom.
She did good though. I love that ball.
Yeah, it was nice, but she didn't do you right on your wedding day.
No, she did. But that's all right. My best friends was there for me, honey. We got that hair.
Got it right. In sight.
I told Jazz all I know is I want curls on the side. Jazz braided my hair to the side, honey, and that my hair was laid.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. I like that.
And my makeup. We had my cousin gifted me. That's right. I forgot my cousin Lorie.
Oh yeah, Lorie. Yeah, Lorie. Shout out to Lorie.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Lord.
Yep.
Gifted me my makeup artist.
Yep.
Yep.
Could have shouted her out.
Who, Lord?
Mm-hmm.
We did shout out to Lord.
No, her.
I'll do it later. Yeah. So, that was a blessing too. Yep. And the girl, her makeup is kind of bold, and I don't wear makeup at all. As you can see, all I wear is some stuff on my lips, and I'm starting to learn how to do my eyebrows or whatever. I ain't doing it today. So, the girl, she does bold. And my best friend Jazz was like, oh, So she was standing there. She was like, you need to do this and you need to do that and take some of that off and do this. And so in the middle of while she was doing all of that, I looked at my watch and I was like, oh, it's time for us to go walk down the aisle. So the girl was like, I'm not done. You done today? What ain't done ain't gonna be done. So I looked at my friend. I said, is this presentable? She said, come on, let's go. So we put on my dress and we got out that door. I don't play by time. We got downtime. But I don't know if she was really done or not, but my makeup was flawless. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. I didn't know. If it won't done, I didn't know. If the eyelash was on crooked, I would have never
crazy.
known.
My eyelash was
one eyebrow would have been sticking out. I didn't even see that. If it was like that, I didn't even see that. All I seen was the dress, your lips, your hips. And to my surprise, I seen those thighs, and that was it. And I was just like, I'm just saying, you should have seen you in that dress. If you had stood outside you and seen you in there, you'd have been like, I do too.
I was mesmerized when I was coming down that aisle. First of all, I didn't have my glasses on, y'all, and I got bifocals, and I got heels on. I can't walk in heels, and I can't see without my glasses. So I'm walking down the aisle, and I'm trying to tell my daddy, you're gonna have to direct me because I can't see. And so his neck and back hurt, and so he trying to tell me, and I'm feeling like I'm about to fall in these heels. But when I get to the front, y'all, and I see him, I was like, oh my God, this is what I'm marrying?
Yep, it was
me.
me.
Oh my God, and him in that suit. Cause where you got your suit from?
I think I got it from Casual Mail or DXL Mail.
Yeah.
Large mail store, so I don't shop there no more, y'all. I probably could, but I don't. I haven't been there in a while, but
he lost a lot of weight from then, but still in his bigness, thickness,
right,
roundness.
I was still hot.
You did that.
High five.
You did
there
that.
We go.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah, I thought I looked quite nice because I put my stuff together. It wasn't like a traditional suit. It's more like some dress pants, a nice. What really got me was the blazer because it was like a nice blazer. It was like a silver blazer, but it went with everything they had going on. We're gonna show y'all some pictures. Everything was flawless. I mean, I just thought I was the luckiest man on earth.
But that night.
Don't get to that night.
So that night, y'all, we went out with some friends. My best friends, we went out, and his best friend, we all went downtown. And I don't know what happened. I think we was all just tired.
Yeah, we was very exhausted. Like, we didn't even, because we were so overwhelmed during the wedding. I'm talking about, everything was going on. Even at that night, we still wanted to go out because it was still, they was from out of town. So we were like, yeah, we want to do something. We want to go out or whatever. So even at that night, we still, because that morning we had woke up earlier that morning. I had to go get my hair cut. Still pick up a few things. So we woke up about 5 or 6 that morning. I think y'all got up early because y'all had a big breakfast. Mm-hmm. Got up early that morning. Then we still didn't go to bed because then after the wedding took about 2 or 3 hours.
The ceremony itself took 30, maybe an hour.
Yeah, but then everybody else is out. Then we ate, then we danced a little bit, then so I'd say about 3 or 4 hours. So you know what I'm saying. Then from there we relaxed just a little bit, just to get ourselves situated, get our clothes together. Then by the time we turned around, it was like, okay, y'all want to go out? So it was about 8, 9 o'clock. Then we went out, so we had a pretty good time. Where did we go? Solis or somewhere like that?
That's the name of it? It was a club.
Downtown.
Solis?
Might have been.
Well, we went there. We was in Solis probably, maybe 2 hours, if that?
Yeah, because we stayed till it was late, yeah.
2 hours. Then we went back, and his best friend, Lee, you need to show Lee this video.
Oh, he gonna watch it, I'm pretty sure.
Lee trying to holler at my friends.
And I wouldn't see why not. And
I don't know what happened. We got back to the room. Him and Lee outside talking. I go to the room, getting ready.
I'm talking about, and the room was Like, and that was the thing, because before we went to the room, like right after the ceremony, we had went to the room just to put our stuff in the room. The room was immaculate.
They fixed that
Rose
room up.
petals on the bed. You talking about wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'm talking about rose petals.
The lady name was Angela.
Angela, yeah.
Angela, she fixed that room up.
The room, like,
and
I
we
didn't
didn't have to pay for that.
Man, I'm talking about rose petals on the bed, on the floor.
She had food
candle
in
lit,
there.
everything. Strawberries with the chocolate on there. Wine. Everything you can name to really bring that night magical was in there. That turned into a dim night, you know.
He was outside with Lee.
Man,
I don't know what they was doing, but they was out there for a long time. I fell asleep. They was drinking. You should have been out there drinking.
That was not the issue.
Whatever. I don't care what the issue was. He was out there with his friend, his homeboy.
I had to make sure I had to make sure he was straight before I got straight.
Wait, you ain't even.
Why you had to tell this part?
Cause
we
they
was
need
doing
to know
fine.
this. They need to know.
No.
They need to know. So I'm getting ready for him, and he's
Lies.
taking forever.
Matter of fact, she fell asleep because she was tired herself.
I
was outside about 30 minutes.
That's a 30-minute lie.
Came back in. She knocked out on the bed. I'm like, babe, wake up. She's like, slob. I'm talking about slob all over the pillow. I'm like,
I don't even slob. Shut up.
I'm thinking I'm coming into a murder scene, but I forgot it was the rose petals on the bed. So I'm like, wake up. So he's like, So I knew she was asleep. So I go back outside. And I'm like, shoot, what a wonderful wedding day we had. So, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, okay, I just had to make sure he was straight. She was tired. By that time, it was like 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I know it was late. So, you know, by that time.
No, it was early. And even if I was asleep, once he got in that bed, you could have woke me up. Y'all, I get up in the morning, and guess who in the living room? On the couch.
He didn't have nowhere to stay. He had somewhere to stay, but he didn't have a ride to get to where he was going. He was already drunk, so
even if I wanted to consummate my marriage, I couldn't because we had company. So y'all...
So that's my fault, huh?
It's both of our fault, but...
Oh, okay.
We didn't consummate our marriage that night.
Not that night. Probably the next night. I don't know. I don't know what happened the next night because I was so mad at the first night. Lee, don't take this personal. It wasn't.
Oh, take it personally.
No, Lee.
I love you, but take it personal. Do take it personal. You were not invited into our room, but your best friend decided it was okay. So, we love you still, though.
That would have been enough thing I would have changed.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, but anyway, we had a wonderful wedding.
I was going to say something else about the wedding, but I can't remember. But all in all, overall, it was a beautiful day.
Yeah, it was.
It was a beautiful day. I wish I could go back and just enjoy every moment and really take it in. It was just, oh my God, it was lovely.
It was.
Oh, shout out to Lorie again, because she made the backdrop and she did our table.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to her. She's doing a thing with a creative, everything she does. What she do?
Creative House.
Creative.
I'll put her website and in the box below. So check her out. She does a lot of shirts, mugs. Yeah, she did my CorasTruth mugs for me. Anything, if you have a logo or whatever, she can put it on almost anything.
It's good work too. Shirts. She did a couple of your shirts.
Yeah, shirts. And she does woodwork. I've seen where she takes different words or logos and put them like on a glass thing. Make it real nice and pretty. She reminds me of like the barn home kind of look. But she's very talented in what she does. So we'll put her information at the bottom so that you can check out her website. But shout out to Lorie. Lorie showed up. She was there helping get everything ready for the wedding from the start of the wedding to even today, she's still her and her husband Dennis. So she's still very active in our marriage. Yeah. So anything else you got to say about the wedding day?
Not after you put my best friend on the couch.
I didn't put him on the couch because I was asleep.
Well, I put him on the couch, but you didn't have to put him.
He
on
wasn't
the
even
glass.
welcome on the couch. I didn't think anybody was gonna be in our room.
He didn't have nowhere to go.
We had family there that he could have stayed in one of their rooms.
Sorry, Lee, I got you back. But to sum that up, we had a wonderful day. I wouldn't ask for nothing else. I would do it again, but I would do it a little better. But even with that day, it was a true blessing in itself. Yeah. And I got to share it with my lovely wife.
So, if you're getting ready to get married, I would suggest enjoy your day. Try to get everything taken care of before the wedding so that you can enjoy that day and every part of that day, and you're not caught up in the logistics of the wedding.
And it's just y'all two. Enjoy y'all two. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let nobody come in and say or do anything that's going to destroy your day. And if they do, like I said last week, let it go. Mm-hmm. Just let it go. Enjoy your day, because I mean, you can have another wedding, but you can't have another first wedding. Mm-hmm. And you want to enjoy that day and be able to go back and have good memories of that day. Family will piss you off. Let it go. Because that's what family going to do. They good for that. They going to piss you off. But we love them in spite of all of that. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Okay. All right, so y'all, that's CorasTruth. That's our wedding day, and I think we share almost every part of our wedding day with y'all. It was a beautiful day.
It truly was.
Yes. And if you're married, take time to go back with your husband, your wife, and just think about that day and what you enjoyed, and go down memory lane.
Reflect back on the first day y'all got married, like. That really brings a lot of things back up. Like, even if you're going through some turmoil right now, you know, it's just a little set-aside conversation. Like, hey, you remember what happened on our wedding day? Just something to bring up to her, so she'll think, like, hey, that's why she married you, or that's why you married him. So, you know, it's just something to bring up a centerpiece or two where y'all at now to make a masterpiece in the future.
Mm-hmm. And even if you didn't have a wedding day, or you was at the courthouse or whatever the
day,
just think about what brought you together. You have happy moments. Think about those moments to reconnect, to re-energize you and him, so that, you know, you can get to a better place in your marriage or whatever. I think that's important.
Right.
All right.
Yep.
So thank y'all again for watching this Sunday. We'll come back maybe Wednesday with another video. And we greatly appreciate you watching, taking the time to hear us out. Again, please like, comment, and subscribe to CorasTruth. We'll greatly appreciate it. And y'all have a happy Sunday.
Peace.